right, Michael Katsidis, and to my left, Kevin Mitchell from the East End. We got Michael in early, just so you know, because we was a little bit worried about the travelling plans because of this volcanic ash. We thought we'd better safe than sorry. And the last thing we wanted to happen for him was for his plane to be diverted, say, to Vancouver, which would have caused us a big problem. But he's here now, and the fight's on. And we're going to have, I think, the next 10 days or so, a really good build up to it. And I, for one, certainly can't wait. I think this is going to be, without doubt, one of the candidates for Fight of the Year, if not Fight of the Year. The styles will make this fight, and I think, as I say, it's going to be something special for fans on the evening. The event's sponsored by Rain and Steel, again, a local company, and we're really pleased that they got involved to help make this event a success. Michael's with his manager, Brendan. Smithers, we've worked with in the past. He came over here a few years ago when we made the fight with Bramwell, and obviously we've got Jimmy Tibbs, famous trainer over here, and certainly one of East End's big names in boxing over the, well, since I've been in the sport anyway. All the guys are here. I'm sure you've got some questions to ask, so please feel free to do so.
Michael, when did you arrive?
A couple of nights ago.
How are you finding it?
Yeah, good. Yeah, it's good to be back. It's a fantastic feeling. You know, we're accustomed to the travel, and of course the last time I came here was in 2007 when I fought Earl, and that was a great trip, and same thing goes this time. It's going to be a good trip all around.
Was your flights disrupted in any way?
No, it was good. No, it was, yeah, it's fine. Yeah, everything went to plan. You probably would have liked it to be disrupted, but no, everything's smooth.
What about your training setup now that you're here in England?
Yeah, no, everything's good. We're just enjoying the run in now. We've done all the hard work, so just had the opportunity to enjoy a bit of a break and let the body recover. And that's where we're at now, so we just enjoy it now on the way in, nice and relaxed.
Where have you based yourself?
We've been in Thailand. Yeah.
And now you're here?
Yep.
No, so where are you staying here? Which part of London are you in?
Where are we?
It's Mr. Zola's office.
Well, it's empty, is it?
No, it's a local hotel.
Sorry, Michael, could you just elaborate on where you did your hard yards? Did you say down in Thailand again?
Yeah, we were.
And what kind of stuff were you doing down there? Why did you go back there again?
Well, we've been doing it for the last 6 years. They've got very hard back blocks there where we train on the outskirts of Bangkok, and for years and years we've been doing it. There's been a lot of violence around there just recently, actually, with the politics and that, the red shirts and the yellow shirts. It's been worldwide news, but yeah, we've been working there for a fair while, and the harder the better, because it's not really comfortable once you get in the ring. So we do the work there, and now we're done.
Is it Spartan living there? Would you say you live?
It's Thailand, mate. So
There's two ways to look at that.
Frank, how much of a risk do you think this is for Kevin?
How much of a risk? It's a tough fight. There's no doubt about it. We know it's a tough fight, but I believe in Kevin. I've seen Michael fight. He's a great fighter, and I know he'll be 100% prepared for this fight. He has no fear in boxing in anyone's backyard. He's been doing that for a number of years. As I said, he did it here a couple of years ago. He's been fighting in the States and winning over there. But I do believe in Kevin. I think Kevin is. I think this is going to be Kevin's time. Kevin's had a well-documented problems in the past with his hand injuries and a little bit of start-stop in his career. But the last few fights have shown me that he's ready to go. You know, he's ready for this, and his potential. He's always had great potential, and I think he'll now fulfil it.
Kevin, does it make it seem a bit more real now Michael's here? You've had sort of some banter on the phone and press releases, but now you're face to face.
No, you know, it's like, you know, the fights when you fight songs, like when they asked me for the big fights, and I thought, obviously, ask for the Prescott fight, you know, when you're ready for fights, you're ready. Don't matter if they're there, what's going to happen on the night.
Right, just a political point. Could you tell us, I know it's an interim job to give you your interim title. How did it arrive at that status? How is Michael the interim?
What happened was, I mean, we're all in a little bit in the dark about it. Marquez originally was going to be stripped because he hadn't paid his sanction fee for the previous fight. This fight was put out, which was going to be, at that time, I think, the vacant title, Brennan. And then what happened was that Marquez did pay his sanction fee, but now there's talk that he's going to vacate. which will make it the winner is the champion. But the last word we've got officially is interim. I believe that he will vacate. If he doesn't, then the winner will fight. That's where we are. But I think that he's looking to do something else at the moment. We will see.
When do you expect a decision on that, or anticipate a decision?
To be quite honest, it's been a bit farcical because we've been basically messed around as to what the situation is for quite a while. I mean, when we made the purse bid, on the back of that it was for the title, so he's getting champion's money, which is a real result for him. But that's where we are.
There's no deadline from the WBO at all?
No, we're trying to push it, but they've got to go through. Even if they were to strip him, if Marquez was to complain, he might be able to go to court, and it would be a mess. So we'll just let it all, find its way, find its level. It's a great fight. I'm sure the winner of this will become champion. You look at the weekend, the Mayweather fight against Mosley. There was no title at stake there, but there is. Obviously there isn't. It's not the title we won. So great fight. Looking forward to it. Was you saying the green and the red shirts you had there?
Yeah,
so he's got to worry. He's now got to worry about the claret and blue shirts. Yeah, all right. It's going to be on the night.
Who are the officials going to be, Frank? Is it going to be? Are they going to be neutral or appointed by the WBO or what?
The WBO will appoint the officials, and we hope we should know within the next couple of days.
Sorry, Frank. Will Michael be coming out in a Tottenham shirt, or will Kevin come in a Tottenham shirt?
I think we're. Kevin will come out in his usual. I'll be wearing my Arsenal one anyway, so that's all that matters. We might not even come third now the way things are going.
Kevin, can you talk a little bit about your own build-up?
Yeah, it's gone really well. It's hard as usual. It's always hard. Train hard, fight hard. It's gone really well. Sparring's gone really well. Everything's just gone to plan. It's hard days in the gym, isn't it?
Now that you're settling in and maturing into a fully fledged lightweight, how comfortable do you feel at 9 stone now?
A lot more better than I used to be at 9'4". Bloody hell, it killed me to make 9'4". I used to say at the gym about dieting and things and being strict with diets and things. When I used to make 9'4", if you remember the Carl Jennison fight, morning of that weighing, this is morning of the weighing, I went in the sauna and steamed, 3 different sauna and steamed on that day. I was shattered, didn't eat for 2.5 days, and trying to train like that. Only now I've been with Jimmy, I've been doing everything properly, dieting's been going properly, and I dropped my weight spot on. But when I used to make 9'4", it used to kill me, but actually now at lightweight I feel very strong, just feel comfortable, really, a lot better. Still, don't get me wrong, you have to diet and you have to do the weight properly like every other fighter does. But I feel a lot better now I'm doing lightweight.
Kevin, how fresh do you feel? Because Michael hasn't fought for 6-7 months, and you fought just over a couple of months ago.
Yeah, I feel good, yeah. I had a long time out, I think about a year out, wasn't it? And now I feel, I'm flying, I'm flowing. 100 you can tell my last fights, my last few previous fights, how I'm looking at that. Yeah, I'm ready, definitely ready.
Same to Michael?
Oh, I'm having a terrible run. Shocking. Long time out of the ring, 29, should have a walking stick.
So I've heard.
No.
Jim, can you talk a little bit about, rejuvenated Kevin?
Yeah, when he first came to me, was it a year ago? He came to me, he was doing super fit for a British title defence, and I was watching him in the ring, weighing him regular, and I said to him, look, you're going to have trouble making this weight, and you could get beat on points with a kid you're going to fight. But it's up to you. And we didn't know Frank was going to offer us precedent at the time. I said I would move up the lightweights. So he thought about it for a day, agreed with what I said, and I got in touch with Frank. Frank thought it was very sensible. And he spoke, he thought about it, and he came up with a precedent. And I said to him, I think it's all right. I said, but ask Kevin. He asked Kevin, and right away he said, no warm up, nothing, I'll have it, I'll take it. And it's given him a lot more power in his body. Obviously, he's still got to watch his weight because he's a big lightweight. He's got a lot more power, a lot more confidence. He's always had a good chin, and he works very hard. But we know when to stop him working too hard. He worked very hard for the build-up for this fight, and it's obviously we're not underestimating Michael. We respect him as a great fighter, and we'll we've got ready for him.
So, Frank, how do you think this, or where do you think the fight will be for Kevin?
Where do I think he'd be?
How will Kevin be?
I think he'd do what he's done in his last couple of fights, letting his head rule his heart. You know, he is much more settled down at this weight. He's much stronger at this weight, and he performed well. I mean, I thought he's looked really good in his last two fights. Looked very mature, very, let's say, confident. You can see the difference. This for him should be his time. But it's not an easy fight. That's for sure. It's going to be. This guy here is a true warrior, and he's going to come. And I know he's going to give like he always does in every fight. You know, everything he's got.
Do you think it's Jimmy that's made a big difference to Kevin?
I think you know, Jimmy's made a difference. I think going up in weight's made a difference. And you know, as I say, the hand injuries in the past were a big problem for Kevin. You know, his career was a little bit stop-start because of that. He was struggling a bit there, but you know, touch wood. They're all okay now. All you know, his hands is going. His hands okay, and we can. Or he can now go and take.
I think it's probably been the last 2-3 fights now. I'm not having to. I was at the gym. I was down in the gym. I'm not having to punch and sparring on the pads on the bag and think, oh, my hand's gone. The last few things I've had, 31 fights. I think this is my fourth pro fight. I snapped my tendon in my hand. And all the build-ups, all them fights I've had, I've trained with snapped tendons in my left hand. I've been trying to have injections into it to cut the pains out. I think it's only like the last 3 fights now that I've actually been punching without having to think about it, sort of thing in the back of my mind or anything. Like pulling it back on my left hooks or anything, so it's crazy. It's a lot better now. It's nice to train without having to worry about injuries.
Frank, what's your secret that you seem to do so well getting your fighters in the public eye more than other promoters?
What's my secret?
Yeah.
I'll tell everybody that. It won't be a secret. I don't know.
What's your method then, Frank?
What's my method? Well, I think as a promoter and manager,
Best of the job.
I just think that it's the talent that you're working with. And I normally work with some of the best fighters that are around, certainly some of the best British talent. And I'm pleased to be involved with Kevin. I think he's up there with all of them. And hopefully he'll improve that next week.
I mean, a lot of press conferences I go to, other ones, Maloney, etc., not to mention any other names, but they don't seem to have the mass media interest that your guys have. So that's obviously down to you, isn't it?
You should tell their fighters they should know where to beat them, wouldn't they? They'll get it. You know, what can I do? You know, we do. We've got it's not. You know, we've got a good team. We work with good trainers. We work with, you know, such as Jimmy. We've got a good team, good backroom in our office, and we work hard at what we do. And
Michael, sorry.
hopefully the results show as Kevin's sitting here now.
Mike, have you watched videos of Kevin?
Bits and pieces. I've looked at all.
Have you noticed, what I'm trying to say is that the videos of his last couple of fights compared to videos of his earlier fights, have you noticed a difference in him?
Well, no, I haven't taken too much on a gauge on Kevin, what's good for him, bad for him, or how he's going. Because I know me 100% on the night. I win it every day. I feel very confident in myself, so that's what I've been looking at, working on.
So, having seen him on video, how do you read the fight from your perspective?
Well, like I said, I haven't looked at too much of it. You know, I'm an instinct fighter. I get in there on the night and I fight with instinct. So basically, you know, you're looking at two different blokes. You know, someone just walking down the street every day, and then someone in a life-threatening situation, and they cut the bits, and they're in 6 rounds with 6 rounds to go. You're looking at two different blokes under that sort of pressure. So there's no way you can judge how he's going to react or this bloke's going to react. It's two different things. So there's no answer for that one for me.
When does that change in you occur, Michael, from the guy who is just doing his everyday thing in the street to the guy who, is it as late as a ring walk? When does the change occur?
Well, it's just like you put yourself in a situation under pressure. You're going to think differently. Everyone reacts differently when they're under pressure. When they're in the middle of a fight, it's just common sense to know that.
You know, in this day and age, you've got DVDs, videos. But you go back to, you know, you think of some of the fighters like, you know, Ray Robinson days. There was no DVDs, no information. Guys fought in America, no one had seen them in the UK. They'd come over here, and you'd rely on who you spoke to in the States. And the fighters, most of the time, got into the ring not knowing how the other guy was. That's how it was back in those days. You know, we've got the benefit of as I say, DVDs and film footage of performances of fighters now. But I think there's a lot in what Michael says on the night. You know, a good fighter will adapt to a situation. You know, I look at Joe Calzaghe against Mikkel Kessler. The first 4 rounds of that, Kessler was winning the fight on as far as tactics is concerned. But then Joe Calzaghe managed to find a plan B and then took the fight over. And I think that's what good fighters do, they adapt to a situation.
So, Michael, you saying you don't have no plan for this fight?
Well, not really. You know, I mean, it sort of happens on the night, most of it. Because there's yeah, it's like saying I've got a royal flush. You know what I mean? You know, playing poker, you know, like no one's going to say anything about what they're going to do. But, you know.
What do you think your strengths are that you'll overcome Kevin with?
My strengths?
How will you overcome Kevin? What do you plan on doing?
Same goes, you know. No answer for that.
You're a good poker player then, aren't you?
No, terrible.
Good, let's play.
Kevin, how will you react under pressure?
Yeah, that's the thing though. Michael brings a lot of pressure, you know, he's a brilliant pressure fighter. Whether he'll do that in the fight or not, I don't know. But I've worked in all kinds of aspects in the sport. Jimmy's worked out all different game plans, what we can do, what I need to do. If certain things go one way, certain things go another way, I'm ready for whatever happens.
When the objective is not to be put under pressure.
Yeah.
That's what the key to this is.
Frank, I know you're hoping for a sellout. How are the ticket sales going?
We're doing really well. I think we're hitting over. I think it's well over 15 now. So touch wood. And now that you know the Hammers are not going to be relegated, I think that fans have got something to look forward to at the end of the season. And hopefully this guy brings some silverware back to put in their cup.
Have you been set out for Frank, the stadium?
It's set up. We do a progressive sale, so it depends on what we get leading up to the last couple of days. Is how the configuration of the ground will be.
Where are you going to pitch the ring, Frank?
It's going in front of the main stand.
Right in the middle?
Yeah, the main stand. The main stand, you know, just a little bit back. Hopefully when we get this last rush of tickets.
Have you got a hotline to the Met Office as well, Frank?
Don't worry about that. Listen, people don't sit in the rain and watch cricket. This is boxing. And the sun shines down on the righteous.
It'll rain then.
Only over your head, that dark cloud will be.
We're a Frank Lambers kit singing bubbles, isn't it, Frank?
Yeah, it'll be okay.